Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Yesterday we had a very good day. I gave away two plays that were for free. One of them didn't come through. It went on the over. We had the under, and then we did have a parlay that I had shared earlier in the week. So if you were subscribed, you would have got that alert from that play very early in the week. You would have got great odds. Yesterday wasn't such great odds because everybody, like the public, was on it already, but I still gave it away and it hit. So I'm going to show you the receipts for that. And then I do have another play for NBA today. Let me see if anybody hops on, and then I can get started. All right. So like I said, we did get a hit yesterday for a parlay for the NBA. And then we had the NFL. I'm sorry, the NFL hit, and then the NBA did not hit. So I did give away two plays. One of them hit, the other one did not. Here's the receipt for that. And then I'm going to give you guys a play in the NBA again today. That's been very decent for us. So this was the one I gave away, Steelers, Ravens. That came through. They won. Okay. And then I do have one play in the NBA for you guys. So what I'm looking at today is going to be the Clippers and the 76ers game. Let me get started here. So the Clippers and the 76ers here, you can see, I'm not going to get into the details there, but basically it's saying that 76ers are 26%, which is very bad, 27%, 6 of 16 in their last 22 games at home. Now, the important one here that I'm looking at today is going to be the under. So look at this trend here. It says the under has hit 6 of the last 9 games when they're playing at home. So one thing to note about the 76ers is that they're very bad at home. For some reason, they just suck this year. Last year, they were a lot better at home, but this year, they've just been very, very bad. The line did drop. I'm going to show you those indications there for the line. Let me show you the injuries. So actually, let me show you the over-under here. So you can see it started at a 227. It's currently at a 220. That's a huge line drop. It dropped literally 7 points. Not only that, but you can see 90% of the bets and 91% of the money is coming in on the over. So there's a big contradiction here. When there's a lot of public money, a lot of public betting coming in on the one side, and then the line is shifting in the opposite direction. And not only is it shifting in the opposite direction, but it's shifting dramatically. So a 2-point move is high. A 3-point move is extreme. A 7-point move is extremely dramatic. Okay, so again, it moved down 7 points. And not only is the money coming on the over, but the line is shifting so dramatic. That's considered a reverse line move. All right, so one of the reasons I think that happened is you can see Paul George is questionable right here. The big ones over here is going to be Leonard. I think he's been out for a while. I haven't checked exactly how many days or how many games he's been out, but he is their number one scorer besides Harden. But Harden is very questionable. He can be very good, and then he can suck the next day. So Kawhi Leonard is their number one scorer. He's out. And then you got Maxey over here. His line is actually very high today, so he's expected to go very, very high. And the reason that is because Embiid is out. So Paul George is questionable. Embiid is out. That's going to put the entire weight of today's game on Maxey. Not only that, but Maxey, they've won. This is the one thing I will tell you. They've won 4 games in a row. I'm sorry, no, that's the Clippers. But the thing is, again, like I said, the injuries for Embiid is out. You got Oubre is out, and then Bona. Those other two are not that important like Embiid. Now, if Paul George does not play, which this might be the case, if he doesn't end up playing, that line I believe is going to go even lower from 220 down. So if you want to lock it in right now, I'm going to give you the exact play I'm going with. But let me give you a couple of more trends, and then I'll do that. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you check out the free picks. 76ers at home. They've hit 6 of the last 9 games on the under when they've been at home. Okay. The points per game is 109 when they're at home. 6 of 16 in the last 22 games. And without Embiid, this is very important. Without Embiid, whenever Embiid does not play, which he's not playing today, they only score an average between 95 points and 105 points. So combined, when they've faced each other, Clippers and 76ers, when they've combined the 2 points against each other, it's 206 average. They don't even cross the 210 line. So like I said, the current line is 220. So you add all the injuries, you add the head-to-head trends, you add them sucking at home, this thing starts adding up as a dramatic play. Clippers volatility, they're 4-9 in the last 10. I'm sorry, 4-9 in the last 13. Like I said, they've won 4 games in a row, but right now they're missing Kawhi Leonard. This is a big deal. Also, I've already talked about all the injuries. And again, it's the significant line move, which is dramatic right here. And the last thing I'll tell you here, before I give you the play, guys, the exact play I'm going with, check out the props that I have. These are all going to be inside the VIP. These are all for today already, and I'm going to show you how dramatic these have been hitting. So this is PRAs. These are points, rebounds, and assists. I'm not going to get into all the details, but you can see that 2-leg parlay hit right there. This other points, rebounds, and assists hit directly. Another points, rebounds, and assists. These are all from yesterday. One of them was canceled here. The other one hit. This one I had from earlier in the week. I had the Ravens as a parlay piece. So that one came through. This is the one I shared yesterday. And then another one that I had as a parlay piece. And then another one. Then the Ravens, I took them live. And I believe that's it. So there was a lot of plays that came through for points, rebounds, and assists, and then shots on goal. So these shots on goal and points, rebounds, and assists is what I have today again. And these have been heading very high. All right. So check that out. This is the play I'm going with. I went back and bought it on the under. So if you guys don't want to risk, if you want better odds, you can get like the -2 or under 226, under 225, under 224. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to take the under on the 227 for the game for Philadelphia and the Clippers. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you all. Please make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you're going with. Yesterday, there was 2 guys. I didn't write their names down, but 2 guys mentioned the 49ers. One of them mentioned the 49ers, and then the other one mentioned another team. I forgot. But both of those teams actually won. So let me make sure on that. 49ers score. Yeah, 49ers won very easily. They won 41-22. And then I forgot the other team. I was paying attention yesterday, but I forgot. But they ended up winning too. So what I wanted to do here is, if you have a strong play, if you see something that I don't see or I don't share, put it in the comments, and then I'll start giving you a shout out. If it comes through, I'll start giving you a shout out. Like, damn, this guy, he put it out there and it hit. So if you guys can comment on that, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.